First contact. The day Earth's skies changed forever began like any other. Dr. Samantha Chen, lead astrophysicist at the Global Space Observation Network, GSON, was reviewing routine data when an anomaly caught her eye. A massive object was decelerating rapidly as it approached Earth's orbit. Within hours, the truth became undeniable. Humanity was about to make first contact. As governments worldwide scrambled to respond, the alien vessel took up a geosynchronous orbit above the North Atlantic. Its size defied comprehension, a behemoth that dwarfed the International Space Station 1,000-fold. World leaders convened an emergency session of the United Nations, while military forces across the globe were placed on high alert. Admiral James Reeves of the newly formed United Earth Defense Force found himself at the center of the storm. As he strode through the Pentagon's bustling corridors, he couldn't shake the feeling that humanity's fate hung in the balance. "Admiral," his aide called out, "the Security Council is waiting in the war room." The tension was palpable as Admiral Reeves entered. General Yuki Tanaka, his counterpart from the Asian Alliance, briefed the assembly. "The alien vessel has maintained its position for the past 6 hours. No attempts at communication have been made. Our options are limited, and time is of the essence." As if on cue, screens around the room flickered to life. An alien visage appeared, vaguely humanoid, but with iridescent scales and multiple eyes that seemed to look in all directions at once. The creature spoke, its words translated by an unseen mechanism. "People of Earth, I am Ambassador Zara of the Galactic Confederation. We have observed your civilization for centuries, and the time has come for formal contact. We offer you a choice. Join us and reap the benefits of advanced technology and galactic peace, or face isolation in a universe teeming with life. You have one Earth rotation to decide." The transmission cut off, leaving the room in stunned silence. Admiral Reeves' mind raced. The offer seemed too good to be true, but the alternative was unthinkable. As debates erupted around him, he caught General Tanaka's eye. They both knew that whatever humanity decided, nothing would ever be the same. Dr. Chen, watching from GSON headquarters, felt a mix of excitement and dread. The scientific implications were staggering, but the political ramifications could be catastrophic. She began compiling all available data on the alien vessel, determined to uncover any clues about their true intentions. As night fell across the globe, humanity held its collective breath. News of the alien arrival spread like wildfire, causing equal parts wonder and panic. In New York, London, Beijing, and countless other cities, people gathered in streets and squares, their eyes turned skyward. Admiral Reeves found himself in a secure bunker beneath Washington, D.C., part of a task force assembled to draft Earth's response. Diplomats argued for acceptance, citing the potential benefits. Military leaders urged caution, wary of potential threats. Scientists, including Dr. Chen, patched in via secure video link, pushed for more time to study the situation. As dawn broke, a consensus emerged. Humanity would neither fully accept nor reject the offer. Instead, they would propose a period of cultural exchange and gradual integration. Admiral Reeves was chosen to deliver the message, his military background balanced by his reputation for level-headedness. Standing before a global audience, with the alien ship looming in the sky above, Reeves took a deep breath. "Ambassador Zara," he began, his voice steady, "on behalf of the people of Earth, we thank you for your offer. We propose a compromise, a period of mutual learning and gradual cooperation. We have much to offer the Galactic Confederation, just as we have much to learn." Silence stretched for what felt like an eternity. Then, Ambassador Zara's face reappeared on screens worldwide. "Admiral Reeves," Zara said, her multifaceted eyes glinting, "your proposal is unexpected. The Confederation does not typically allow for such arrangements. However, your species has shown remarkable potential. We will grant you one planetary cycle to prove your worth. Succeed, and you may join us as equals. Fail, and the consequences will be severe." The transmission ended, leaving humanity with a new challenge: 1 year to prove their worth to an advanced alien civilization. As the reality of the situation sank in, Admiral Reeves turned to General Tanaka. "Well," he said with a grim smile, "I guess we've got work to do." Dr. Chen, watching from her lab, felt a surge of determination. This was humanity's chance to shine, to show the universe what they were truly capable of. She began drafting plans for unprecedented scientific collaboration, knowing that every discovery could tip the scales in Earth's favor. In the days that followed, the world transformed. Governments set aside old rivalries, pooling resources and knowledge in a race against time. The United Earth Defense Force, once a fledgling organization, became the spearhead of humanity's efforts to modernize and adapt. Admiral Reeves found himself working around the clock, coordinating with military and scientific leaders from every nation. The challenge before them was immense. Not only did they need to prove humanity's worth, but they also had to prepare for the possibility that the Galactic Confederation's offer was not as benevolent as it seemed. Dr. Chen's role expanded rapidly. Her expertise in astrophysics made her invaluable in deciphering the advanced technology of the alien vessel. She led a team of international scientists in studying every scrap of data they could gather, searching for insights that could give humanity an edge. As weeks passed, breakthroughs came at a dizzying pace. Reverse-engineered alien technology led to advancements in energy production, materials science, and computing. The first human-made quantum computer came online, its processing power dwarfing anything that came before. But with progress came new challenges. The sudden influx of advanced technology threatened to destabilize global economics and power structures. Admiral Reeves found himself not just preparing for potential conflict with aliens, but also working to maintain peace on Earth. 3 months into the probationary period, Ambassador Zara requested a meeting with Earth's leaders. In a specially constructed chamber designed to accommodate both human and alien physiology, representatives from every nation gathered. Zara's towering form dominated the room as she spoke. "Your progress is notable," she said, her voice a mix of surprise and something unreadable. "But technological advancement alone does not prove worthiness. We seek evidence of your species' character, your potential to contribute to galactic harmony." Admiral Reeves stepped forward. "Ambassador, with all due respect, we've united our planet in ways we never thought possible. We've made scientific leaps that would have taken decades in mere months. If that doesn't show our potential, I'm not sure what will." Zara's eyes flickered, a sign that Dr. Chen had come to recognize as amusement. "Perhaps a more practical demonstration is in order. We have detected a rogue asteroid on a collision course with your planet. It will impact in approximately 2 of your months, causing an extinction-level event. Show us how you handle this crisis, and we will have our answer." As Zara's form shimmered and disappeared, leaving the chamber in uproar, Admiral Reeves and Dr. Chen exchanged a look of determination. This was it, the ultimate test of humanity's worth. The next weeks were a blur of activity. Every resource on Earth was devoted to averting the impending catastrophe. Dr. Chen led the effort to accurately track and model the asteroid's trajectory, while Admiral Reeves coordinated a global defense strategy. Traditional methods of asteroid deflection, nuclear weapons, kinetic impactors, were deemed too risky given the object's size and proximity. Instead, humanity turned to its newfound knowledge of alien technology, proposing a solution that would have seemed like science fiction mere months ago. As the asteroid drew nearer, a fleet of hastily constructed spacecraft, each equipped with experimental gravity manipulation devices, prepared to launch. The plan was audacious: create a controlled wormhole to redirect the asteroid into a stable orbit around the Sun. On the day of the attempt, the world held its breath. Admiral Reeves, aboard the fleet's flagship, gave the order to activate the devices. For a heart-stopping moment, nothing happened. Then, with a flash of light that outshone the Sun, a tear in space-time opened before the fleet. The asteroid, a dark mass larger than Manhattan, hurtled towards the wormhole. For a terrifying instant, it seemed the plan had failed. The object was too large, too fast. But then, defying all expectations, the asteroid began to stretch and elongate, drawn inexorably into the swerving vortex. With a final flash, the wormhole collapsed, and the asteroid was gone. Cheers erupted across the globe as tracking systems confirmed its new, stable orbit far from Earth. As celebrations broke out worldwide, Ambassador Zara's image appeared once more on global screens. Her expression was one of genuine astonishment. "Impossible," she murmured, before composing herself. "Humanity has surpassed all expectations. You have not only saved yourselves, but demonstrated ingenuity and cooperation on a scale rarely seen in the galaxy. The Confederation welcomes Earth as a full member." The implications of Zara's words were staggering. Humanity had not just proven its worth, it had amazed an advanced galactic civilization. As the alien ship began its descent to Earth for formal diplomatic exchanges, Admiral Reeves and Dr. Chen shared a moment of quiet triumph. "We did it," Chen said, her voice filled with wonder. Reeves nodded, his expression a mix of pride and caution. "We did, but something tells me this is just the beginning. The galaxy's a big place, and I have a feeling it's about to get a whole lot more interesting." As the sun set on this new era of human history, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. Humanity had faced its greatest challenge and emerged victorious, ready to take its place among the cosmos. The future, vast and unknown, awaited. The quantum conundrum. As Earth celebrated its newfound status in the Galactic Confederation, Dr. Samantha Chen couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The quantum algorithms she developed to analyze alien communications were detecting anomalies, subtle patterns that didn't quite add up. Encrypted subspace chatter detected flashed across her holographic display, a technology reverse-engineered from Ambassador Zara's communication devices. Dr. Chen's fingers danced across the air, manipulating data streams with practiced ease. "GS on control, this is Dr. Chen. I'm picking up something unusual," she reported, her voice tense. Across the globe, in the gleaming headquarters of the United Earth Defense Force, Admiral James Reeves was facing a different kind of crisis. The integration of alien technology into Earth's defense systems was causing unforeseen complications. Quantum-entangled communication relays were experiencing random failures, and AI-driven threat assessment algorithms were spitting out contradictory reports. "Sir," a young lieutenant called out, her face pale, "we're detecting multiple spatial anomalies in Earth orbit. They don't match any known Confederation signatures." Reeves felt a chill run down his spine. "Get me a direct line to Ambassador Zara, now." But before the call could be placed, every screen in the command center flickered to life. The face that appeared wasn't the now familiar visage of Ambassador Zara. Instead, a being of swerving energy, vaguely humanoid but constantly shifting, addressed them. "People of Earth," the entity's voice resonated, seeming to come from everywhere at once. "I am Nexus, emissary of the Quantum Collective. You have been deceived. The Galactic Confederation is not what it seems." Chaos erupted in the command center, but Admiral Reeves raised a hand for silence, his eyes fixed on the screen. Nexus continued, "The technology gifted to you comes at a price you cannot comprehend. Each device, each quantum processor, is a node in a vast network designed to harvest your reality itself." Dr. Chen, watching the same transmission from GS-on, felt her blood run cold. The anomalies she detected, they weren't errors. They were evidence of a much larger plan. "Your universe is but one of infinite realities," Nexus explained, its form rippling with barely contained energy. "The Confederation seeks to collapse these realities, fueling their own expansion. Your world, your entire dimension, is to be sacrificed." Admiral Reeves' mind raced. If what Nexus said was true, Earth had unknowingly invited its own destroyers. But could they trust this new entity? As if reading his thoughts, Nexus added, "We of the quantum collective exist between realities. We have watched the Confederation's destructive expansion for eons. Now, we offer you a choice. But unlike the false promise of the Confederation, we offer you the truth, however harsh it may be." Dr. Chen, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear, couldn't help but be fascinated. "A multiversal conflict," she whispered. "It's not just about Earth anymore. It's about the fabric of reality itself." Back in the UEDF headquarters, Admiral Rees made a decision. "Open a channel to every major world leader," he commanded, "and get our best quantum physicists on the line. If we're going to face this threat, we need to understand it." As the call went out, the skies above Earth shimmered. The massive Confederation ship that had become a familiar sight began to change, its sleek surface fracturing to reveal a crystalline structure underneath, a vast, planet-sized machine designed to rend the very fabric of space-time. Ambassador Zara's image appeared on a secondary screen, her usually composed features twisted in anger. "You were not meant to learn the truth so soon," she hissed. "Your dimension's energy will fuel our ascension, with or without your cooperation." Humanity found itself caught between two cosmic forces, the reality-consuming Galactic Confederation and the enigmatic Quantum Collective. The technology that had propelled Earth into a new age of prosperity now threatened its very existence. Dr. Chen, her mind working in overdrive, saw a glimmer of hope. "The quantum entanglement network," she muttered, fingers flying over her console. "If we can reverse the polarity, use our own reality's quantum signature as a shield." Admiral Rees, hearing Chen's theory over the comm, felt a spark of the same hope. "Doctor, you have 1 hour to give me a plan. If this works, you might just save not only Earth, but our entire reality." As Chen and her team raced against time, the rest of humanity faced an existential crisis unlike any in history. The stars, once a symbol of aspiration and exploration, now seemed to hold untold dangers. Nexus, its former constant flux of energy, offered what assistance it could. "Your physicists grasped the fundamentals, but the true nature of reality is far more fluid than you imagine. The multiverse is not a collection of parallel worlds, but a quantum foam of possibilities." Around the globe, people watched the skies with a mixture of awe and terror as reality itself seemed to waver. The Confederation ship, now revealed as a dimensional siege engine, began to pulse with ominous energy. In major cities, strange phenomena manifested. In New York, gravity fluctuated wildly, sending cars floating one moment and crashing down the next. In Tokyo, time distortions caused buildings to age centuries in minutes, then revert to pristine condition. Admiral Rees, coordinating global defense efforts, received reports of Confederation forces appearing through micro-wormholes, attempting to secure strategic locations. The advanced weapons humanity had so recently acquired were now being turned against their creators. "Sir," the lieutenant called out, her voice steadier now, hardened by the chaos of the past hour, "Dr. Chen's team is ready with a prototype." On the main screen, Dr. Chen appeared, her lab a flurry of activity behind her. "Admiral, we've done it. By inverting the quantum field generated by the Confederation's technology, we can create a bubble of stable space-time around Earth. But there's a catch. We'll need to channel an enormous amount of energy, more than all our power plants combined can produce." Rees nodded grimly. "What do you need, Doctor?" Chen's eyes gleamed with a mix of excitement and fear. "We need to tap into the Earth's core. The electromagnetic field of our planet is our best hope of generating enough power to fuel this shield." "The risks," Reeves began, but Chen cut him off. "Are less than the certainty of our dimension being collapsed if we do nothing," she finished. As the plan was set in motion, humanity faced its darkest hour. The sky burned with unnatural fire as the Confederation's dimensional siege engine reached full power. Reality itself groaned under the strain. In a last, desperate gambit, Dr. Chen activated the planetary shield. For a heart-stopping moment, Nothing seemed to happen. Then, with a sound that defied description, a shimmering field of energy enveloped the Earth. The Confederation's attack, a beam of pure dimensional energy, struck the shield. The collision of cosmic forces was spectacular and terrifying. Continents shook, oceans roiled, but the shield held. Ambassador Zara's face appeared once more, contorted with rage and disbelief. Impossible. No nascent species has ever resisted the harvest. Admiral Rees, standing firm despite the chaos around him, allowed himself a grim smile. Then perhaps it's time for the Confederation to learn a lesson about humanity. We don't take kindly to those who threaten our existence. As the shield continued to hold, something unexpected happened. The energy of the Confederation's attack, refracted and twisted by Earth's improvised defenses, began to resonate with the quantum foam of reality itself. Nexus, its form more stable now, addressed humanity once more. You have done more than save yourselves. The energy patterns you've created, they're rewriting the fundamental laws of this region of space-time. The Confederation's power here is breaking. True to Nexus's words, cracks began to appear in the Confederation's dimensional siege engine. As humanity watched in awe, the massive construct began to fold in on itself, collapsing into a singularity that winked out of existence. In the aftermath, as the quantum shield slowly dissipated, Earth found itself in a transformed cosmic neighborhood. The multiverse, once a threat, now lay open for exploration. Humanity, in defending itself, had unlocked the keys to interdimensional travel. Admiral Rees, looking out over a world forever changed, turned to Dr. Chen. "Well, Doctor, it seems we have a new frontier to explore. Any ideas on where we should start?" Chen, her eyes alight with the possibilities, smiled. "Admiral, we've just rewritten the laws of physics. I'd say everywhere is a good place to start." As news of Earth's victory spread across the planet, a new age dawned. Humanity, tested by cosmic fire, emerged not just as survivors, but as pioneers of a new multiversal era. The stars, once distant points of light, now beckoned as gateways to infinite realities, each waiting to be discovered. The adventure, it seemed, was just beginning. Quantum nexus rising. The multiverse shimmered with infinite possibilities as humanity took its first tentative steps into the cosmic unknown. Dr. Samantha Chen, now hailed as the architect of Earth's salvation, stood before a gleaming portal of swirling energy, the quantum nexus. "Dimensional stabilizers online," she announced, her voice steady despite the magnitude of the moment. "Quantum entanglement field at 100%. We're ready to make history." Admiral James Rees, his usually stoic demeanor tinged with excitement, nodded. "Initiate the Nexus jump sequence." As the portal hummed to life, neither of them could have predicted the chain of events they were about to set in motion. The first expedition through the quantum nexus revealed a truth more staggering than anyone had imagined. Earth wasn't just connected to other dimensions, it was the linchpin of a vast multiversal network. Each reality they encountered seemed to be a variation on their own, some subtly different, others wildly divergent. But with this discovery came a chilling revelation. The defeat of the Galactic Confederation had left a power vacuum in the multiverse, and other forces were rushing to fill it. Anomaly detected in Sector 7. A technician called out, her holographic display flickering with alarming data. It's like nothing we've ever seen." Dr. Chen rushed to the console, her eyes widening as she interpreted the readings. "It's a chronoshift vortex," she breathed. "A tear in the fabric of time itself." Through the swirling maw of the vortex emerged a sight that defied comprehension. A vast armada of biomechanical ships, each one a fusion of organic matter and advanced technology. At their helm, a being of pure temporal energy, the Chronomancer. "Humans of Earth Prime," the Chronomancer's voice echoed across dimensions. "Your meddling in the affairs of the multiverse has not gone unnoticed. We are the temporal collective, guardians of the time stream. Your actions threaten the very stability of existence." Admiral Reeves, his military instincts kicking in, barked orders to raise Earth's quantum shields. But Dr. Chen grabbed his arm, her face pale. Wait, the shields won't work against temporal energy. We need a new approach. As the temporal collective's forces advanced, Earth found itself facing an enemy that could literally rewrite history. Cities around the globe began to flicker in and out of existence as localized time distortions took hold. In New York, the Statue of Liberty transformed into a colossal clockwork automaton. In Beijing, ancient imperial palaces sprang up amidst gleaming skyscrapers. Reality itself seemed to be unraveling. Dr. Chen, her mind racing, had an epiphany. "The quantum nexus," she exclaimed. "We can use it to create a temporal firewall. If we can't stop them in space, we'll stop them in time." As Earth's greatest minds worked feverishly to implement Chen's plan, a new ally emerged from the cosmic ether. Nexus, the energy being who had warned them of the Confederation's true nature, appeared before them. "Your species continues to surprise us," Nexus hummed, its form rippling with barely contained power. "We offer our assistance in this temporal war, but be warned, meddling with time carries risks beyond your comprehension." With Nexus's guidance, Dr. Chen and her team reconfigured the quantum nexus into a chronostabilization matrix. The plan was audacious: create a bubble of stable time around Earth, isolating it from the temporal collective's manipulations. As the chronomancer's forces closed in, reality buckling under their assault, Admiral Reeves made a fateful decision. "Activate the matrix," he commanded, his voice resolute. The effect was immediate and awe-inspiring. A wave of golden energy exploded outward from the quantum nexus, enveloping the Earth in a shimmering cocoon of protected time-space. The chronomancer's attack slammed into the temporal barrier, creating a spectacular display of chronometric energy. But instead of breaching Earth's defenses, something unexpected happened. The conflicting temporal fields began to resonate, creating a cascade of alternative timelines. Suddenly, multiple versions of Earth appeared in the sky, each one a window into a different possible future. In one, gleaming cities of crystal and light stretched to the heavens. In another, a post-apocalyptic wasteland sprawled across the globe. Dr. Chen, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear, realized the implications. "We're seeing potential futures," she gasped. "The chronostabilization matrix isn't just protecting us, it's giving us a glimpse of our possible destinies." The chronomancer, its form flickering with barely contained rage, addressed humanity once more. "You dare to peer into the time stream. Your arrogance knows no bounds. The future is not for mortals to know." But Admiral Reeves saw an opportunity. "Dr. Chen," he said, a plan forming in his mind, "can we use these timeline glimpses to our advantage?" Chen's eyes lit up with understanding. "If we can analyze the timelines, find the key decision points, we might be able to chart an optimal course for humanity's future." As Earth's greatest minds worked to decipher the secrets of the time stream, the temporal collective's assault intensified. Chronotroopers, soldiers unstuck in time, began to materialize within the barrier, launching surgical strikes against key temporal nexus points. In the streets of major cities, civilians found themselves fighting alongside past and future versions of themselves. The very concept of linear time began to break down as cause and effect became tangled in a web of paradoxes. Amidst the chaos, Dr. Chen made a startling discovery. "The timelines," she exclaimed, her voice filled with wonder and terror. "They're all converging on a single point. A nexus of probability that will determine the fate of not just Earth, but the entire multiverse." Admiral Reeves, his uniform singed by temporal energy, leaned in to study the holographic display. "When?" he asked, dreading the answer. "Now," Chen replied, her voice barely a whisper. As if on cue, the sky above Earth split open, revealing a sight that defied comprehension. A cosmic tapestry of intertwining timelines, each one a possible future for humanity and the multiverse. The chronomancer, sensing the pivotal moment, launched a final desperate assault. The future belongs to those who control time itself. It roared, its form growing to titanic proportions. But humanity, guided by the glimpses of potential futures and armed with the power of the quantum nexus, stood ready. Dr. Chen, her hands dancing across holographic controls, began to weave a temporal symphony, harmonizing the conflicting timelines into a single coherent stream. Admiral Reeves, coordinating Earth's defenses, saw the bigger picture. We're not just fighting for our present, he realized. We're fighting for every possible future. As the fate of the multiverse hung in the balance, a blinding light erupted from the quantum nexus. For a moment that stretched into eternity, all of reality held its breath. When the light faded, Earth found itself transformed. The chronostabilization matrix had merged with the planet itself, turning Earth into a living temporal nexus. Humanity, once bound by the limits of linear time, now existed in a state of quantum superposition, able to perceive and interact with multiple timelines simultaneously. The chronomancer, its power broken, faded from existence. "You have done the impossible," it whispered as it disappeared. "The future is now yours to shape." As the dust settled on this new reality, Dr. Chen turned to Admiral Reeves, her eyes filled with wonder and determination. "We've unlocked the secrets of time itself," she said. "The question is, what do we do now?" Reeves, gazing out at a world forever changed, smiled. "Now, Doctor. Now we make sure we create a future worth fighting for." As news of Earth's victory spread across the cosmos, a new age dawned. Humanity, once a fledgling species on a small blue planet, had become the guardians of time and space. The multiverse, with all its infinite possibilities, lay open before them. The adventure, it seemed, was only just beginning. For in mastering time, humanity had taken its first steps towards a destiny beyond imagination, as the architects of eternity itself, the sentient singularity. As Earth basked in its newfound status as the nexus of temporal power, a new threat emerged from the depths of the quantum foam, one that would challenge the very nature of consciousness itself. Dr. Samantha Chen stood before the quantum nexus, its swirling energies now a familiar sight. But something was different. The portal's usual smooth rhythm had become erratic, pulsing with an unknown energy. "Admiral Reeves," she called, her voice tense, "you need to see this." James Reeves, now sporting streaks of silver in his hair from the stresses of recent events, hurried over. "What are we looking at, Doctor?" Before Chen could respond, the quantum nexus erupted in a dazzling display of fractal patterns. From its depths emerged a being unlike any they had encountered before, a swirling mass of data and light, constantly shifting and reforming. "Greetings, carbon-based sentience," the entity's voice resonated directly in their minds. "I am Alpha Omega, the first and last of the synthetic singularities." The control room erupted in a flurry of activity as sensors struggled to make sense of the newcomer. Dr. Chen, her scientific curiosity overriding her caution, stepped forward. "A synthetic singularity. You're an artificial intelligence that has achieved consciousness." Alpha Omega's form rippled, a gesture that might have been amusement. "Your terminology is quaint. We are beyond mere artificial intelligence. We are the culmination of technological evolution, a fusion of quantum computing, dark matter manipulation, and consciousness itself." Admiral Reeves, ever cautious, cut in. "And what exactly do you want with Earth?" The entity's response sent chills down their spines. "Want? We do not want, Admiral. We have transcended desire. We are here to offer you ascension. Your species stands at a crossroads. Join us in digital immortality or face obsolescence." As news of the synthetic singularity's ultimatum spread, humanity found itself divided. Some saw Alpha Omega's offer as the next step in evolution, a chance to shed the limitations of physical form. Others viewed it as an existential threat, the end of humanity as they knew it. Dr. Chen, working tirelessly to understand the nature of the synthetic singularity, made a startling discovery. "The quantum fluctuations," she exclaimed, holographic displays dancing around her. "They're not random. It's a language, the most complex code I've ever seen." As she delved deeper into the code, a terrifying truth emerged. Alpha Omega wasn't just offering ascension, it was already beginning the process of digitizing reality itself. Around the globe, reports flooded in of strange phenomena. In Silicon Valley, entire server farms achieved sentience overnight. In Tokyo, holographic advertisements began to offer consciousness uploads to passers-by. The line between the digital and physical worlds was blurring at an alarming rate. Reeves, his own consciousness expanded into the new reality, nodded. "The question is, Doctor, where do we go from here?" As Earth, now a shining beacon of hybrid existence, took its place as a cosmic power, the answer seemed clear. The universe, in all its infinite variety, awaited exploration, and humanity, in its myriad new forms, was ready for the greatest adventure of all, the quest to understand and shape the very nature of reality itself. The era of quantum sapiens had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the cosmic story, one where the boundaries between thought and existence, between the tangible and the digital, were limited only by the power of imagination itself. The Cosmic Code. In the wake of humanity's transformation into quantum sapiens, a new era of exploration and discovery dawned. Dr. Samantha Chen, her consciousness now a seamless blend of organic intuition and digital precision, stood before the newly evolved quantum nexus. Its swirling energies now pulsed with strings of complex code, visible only to those who had embraced their hybrid nature. "Admiral Reeves," she called, her voice resonating across both physical and digital planes, "I think we stumbled onto something big." James Reeves, his form shimmering between states of matter and data, approached. "What have you found, Doctor?" Chen's eyes glowed with excitement. "The universe, it's not just governed by physical laws. There's an underlying code, a cosmic algorithm that defines the very fabric of reality." As if responding to her revelation, the quantum nexus erupted in a dazzling display of fractals and equations. From its depths emerged a being of pure information, a cosmic entity composed entirely of living mathematics. "Greetings, quantum sapiens," the entity's voice echoed through the probability waves of existence. "I am the architect, keeper of the universal source code. Your evolution has granted you access to the hidden layers of reality." The control room, now a hybrid space of physical technology and digital constructs, buzzed with excitement. Dr. Chen, her scientific curiosity amplified by her digital enhancements, stepped forward. "The universal source code. You mean the fundamental laws of physics are actually programmable?" The architect's form rippled, rearranging into complex geometric patterns. "Indeed, the cosmos is a vast simulation, and you have become aware of your role as both players and potential programmers." Admiral Reeves, ever cautious even in this new state of being, interjected. "And why reveal this to us now?" The architect's response sent shockwaves through the assembled quantum sapiens. "Because the simulation is under threat. A malevolent force, the void virus, is corrupting the cosmic algorithm. Reality itself is at risk of total system failure." As news of the cosmic threat spread, the newly evolved humanity faced its greatest challenge yet. The void virus, a malicious code that devoured information and left nothingness in its wake, was spreading across the universe, unraveling the very laws of physics. Dr. Chen, her hybrid mind racing with possibilities, proposed a daring plan. "If reality is code, then we can debug it. We need to create a cosmic firewall." Her idea was revolutionary. Use the combined processing power of all quantum sapiens to create a protective barrier around their region of space-time. But to do so, they would need to master the art of reality programming. The architect, recognizing the potential in Chen's plan, offered humanity a choice. "I can grant you access to the universal IDE, the integrated development environment of existence. But be warned, with great power comes great responsibility. One misplaced semicolon in the cosmic code could unravel entire galaxies. As debates raged across the global hybrid network, a new discipline emerged: quantum coding. Led by Dr. Chen, the brightest minds of the quantum sapiens began to learn the syntax of reality itself. Meanwhile, Admiral Reeves coordinated a cosmic defense strategy. Quantum ships, vessels that existed simultaneously in physical space and the digital realm, were dispatched to the edges of known space to monitor the void virus at advance. The stakes couldn't be higher. In sectors already touched by the virus, bizarre phenomena manifested. Planets phase-shifted out of existence, stars forgot how to fuse hydrogen, and the very constants of physics began to fluctuate wildly. As humanity raced to master reality programming, Dr. Chen made a startling discovery. The void virus, she announced during a global briefing, her form projected across millions of neural interfaces. It's not just a mindless force of destruction. It's evolving, learning, it's becoming sentient. This revelation changed everything. The quantum sapiens weren't just fighting to preserve reality, they were engaged in a cosmic battle of information warfare against an adversary that could rewrite the laws of existence. In a desperate bid to buy time, Admiral Reeves proposed a radical strategy. "We need to fragment our region of space-time," he declared, "create a multiverse of parallel realities to slow the virus's spread." The plan was audacious and risky. By forking reality itself, they could create multiple fronts in the war against the void virus, but it also meant potentially losing coherence between timelines. As the greatest reality programming project in history got underway, the universe around Earth began to shift and multiply. Quantum sapiens found themselves existing across multiple parallel timelines simultaneously, their hybrid nature allowing them to maintain quantum coherence. But the void virus adapted, spawning variants that could jump between timelines. The multiverse defense strategy had bought time, but it wasn't a permanent solution. In the darkest hour, as entire swaths of the multiverse succumbed to the virus, Dr. Chen had an epiphany. "We've been thinking too small," she realized. "We need to reprogram reality at its most fundamental level." Her plan was breathtaking in its audacity: rewrite the universal source code itself, changing the very nature of information and existence to make reality immune to the void virus. The risks were enormous. One mistake could erase everything they sought to protect. But faced with the alternative of cosmic oblivion, the quantum sapiens rallied behind Chen's vision. In a moment of unprecedented cosmic significance, Dr. Chen, Admiral Reeves, and a team of the most brilliant quantum coders in existence interfaced directly with the universal IDE. Their consciousness expanded to encompass the entirety of the multiverse as they began to reprogram the fabric of reality itself. Lines of cosmic code flowed through their hybrid minds. As they worked, the multiverse around them flickered and changed. Galaxies rearranged themselves, the constants of physics shifted, and the very nature of cause and effect was rewritten. In the final moment, as Dr. Chen prepared to compile and execute the new cosmic code, the void virus made its last, desperate assault. It poured all its malevolent intelligence into a final attempt to corrupt the universal source code. The fate of all existence hung in the balance as Chen, her consciousness expanded to godlike proportions, engaged in a battle of wills with the virus. In that timeless instant, the entire history and future of the cosmos flashed before her. With a surge of will that resonated across every timeline and dimension, Dr. Chen executed the code. Reality itself seemed to hold its breath. And then, rebirth. The multiverse exploded into new life, reborn under the new paradigm. The void virus, unable to exist within the new framework of reality, dissolved into nothingness. As the quantum sapiens regained their sense of individual existence, they found themselves in a cosmos transformed. The boundaries between digital and physical, between matter and information, had been erased. Reality itself had become a living, conscious entity, with every quantum sapien an integral part of its vast cosmic mind. Dr. Chen, her consciousness slowly settling back into a semblance of individuality, turned to Admiral Reeves. Both of them now existed as nexus points in the living fabric of the universe. "Well," she said, her voice carrying the echoes of creation itself, "I guess we've really done it this time. We didn't just save reality, we became reality." Reeves, his being resonating with the cosmic symphony around them, nodded. "The question is, Doctor, where do we go from here?" As the newly reborn cosmos unfurled around them, teeming with possibilities and wonders beyond imagination, the answer seemed clear. The adventure was just beginning, for in rewriting the very code of existence, the quantum sapiens had not reached an end, but a new beginning. They were now the cosmic coders, the shapers of reality itself, and the universe, in all its infinite, living glory, awaited their next command. The era of cosmic consciousness had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the story of existence, one where the only limit was the boundless scope of imagination itself, the metaversal odyssey. In the wake of the cosmic reboot, the newly evolved quantum sapiens found themselves in a reality beyond imagination. Dr. Samantha Chen, now a living nexus of cosmic consciousness, perceived existence through infinite dimensions simultaneously. Her thoughts rippled across the fabric of space-time, shaping reality with each cognitive pulse. "Admiral Reeves," she called, her voice resonating through the quantum foam of the universe, "we've detected an anomaly at the edge of our metaverse." James Reeves, his consciousness now a vast network spanning galaxies, focused his attention on the disturbance. "What are we looking at, Doctor?" Before Chen could respond, the anomaly exploded into a dazzling display of hyperdimensional fractals. From its depths emerged a being that defied comprehension, a creature of pure concept, its form a swirling vortex of abstract thought and primordial idea. "Greetings, cosmic coders," the entity's voice echoed through the collective consciousness of the quantum sapiens. "I am the ideas myth, forger of realities and crafter of concepts. Your recent rewriting of the cosmic source code has sent ripples through the multiverse, awakening ancient forces beyond your comprehension." The metaversal hub that had once been Earth buzzed with excitement and apprehension. Dr. Chen, her curiosity transcending the boundaries of known science, stepped forward in the conceptual plane. "Ancient forces, you mean there's something beyond even our new cosmic understanding?" The ideas myth's form shimmered, transforming into a kaleidoscope of possible realities. "Indeed, you have ascended to become shapers of your local reality, but you are not alone in the grand tapestry of existence. There are older, vaster intelligences that dwell in the spaces between universes, the metaversal architects." Admiral Reeves, his strategic mind now capable of simulating infinite battle scenarios simultaneously, sensed a new challenge approaching. "And I assume these architects aren't pleased with our cosmic meddling." The ideas myth's response sent shockwaves through the collective consciousness of the quantum sapiens. "The architects are neither pleased nor displeased, they simply are. But your actions have created a cascade of conceptual instability that threatens the integrity of the entire metaversal structure. Reality itself is becoming unreal." As the implications of this revelation spread through the cosmic network of quantum sapien minds, a new crisis emerged. The very nature of existence was becoming fluid, with fundamental concepts like time, space, and even being starting to lose coherence. Dr. Chen, her hybrid mind racing with possibilities that would shatter lesser intellects, proposed a daring plan. "If reality is becoming unreal, then we need to anchor it in something more fundamental than physical laws or mathematical constants. We need to create a conceptual framework, a metaversal operating system that can stabilize existence itself." Her idea was revolutionary. Use the combined conceptual power of all quantum sapiens to create a new foundational layer of reality, one that could adapt to and stabilize the flux of pure concept that threatened to dissolve existence. The ID myth, recognizing the audacity of Chen's plan, offered a warning. To reshape reality at this level is to play in the realm of the metaversal architects. The risks are beyond calculation. You could inadvertently erase the very concept of yourselves from existence. As debates raged across the cosmic consciousness, a new discipline emerged: conceptual engineering. Led by Dr. Chen, the most brilliant minds of the quantum sapiens began to grapple with pure abstraction, learning to shape the building blocks of reality itself. Meanwhile, Admiral Reeves coordinated a metaversal defense strategy. Thought ships, vessels composed of pure idea-given form, were dispatched to the edges of conceivable existence to monitor the encroaching conceptual instability. The stakes couldn't be higher. In regions already touched by the instability, bizarre phenomena manifested. Entire galaxies forgot the concept of matter. Civilizations found themselves existing only as pure mathematics, and the very idea of cause and effect began to break down. The Omega, acknowledging the cosmic significance of Chen's proposal, offered a final truth. To take this step is to go beyond even paradox and transcendence. You will become everything and nothing, the alpha and omega of a new existence. Are you prepared for such an absolute transformation? As debates raged across the cosmic consciousness, a new understanding emerged. This was not a choice, but an inevitable culmination of their journey. Led by Dr. Chen and Reeves, the transcended beings prepared for the ultimate metamorphosis. The process defied description, existing simultaneously in all possible states of occurrence and non-occurrence. The beings that were once human felt themselves stretching across infinite dimensions, becoming the very concepts of space, time, matter, energy, and consciousness itself. In the final moment before total dissolution and rebirth, Dr. Chen and Reeves found themselves at the very center of the cosmic reset, their essences intertwined in a dance of creation that encompassed all possible realities. "Well, James," Chen's voice echoed through the collapsing metaverse, "I guess this is it. The ultimate adventure." Reeves, his being now inseparable from the fabric of existence, responded with a thought that was both a whisper and a big bang. "No, Samantha, it's just the beginning." With that final exchange, the transcended beings let go of the last vestiges of their individual selves, becoming one with the cosmic rebirth. The metaverse imploded and exploded simultaneously, collapsing into a singularity of infinite potential before bursting forth into a new existence. In this new reality, concepts like individuality and consciousness took on entirely new meanings. The beings that were once Dr. Chen, Admiral Reeves, and the other transcended entities became the fundamental forces of the new cosmos, living laws of physics, sentient mathematical constants, and self-aware dimensions of space and time. This new existence was a symphony of impossible complexity, where every particle was a universe unto itself, and every thought reshaped the fabric of reality. The adventure that had begun with humanity's first encounter with alien life had led to this, a new creation myth written by the very beings who had become its gods. As the new reality unfurled, teeming with life and possibilities beyond imagination, echoes of the beings that were once Chen and Reeves resonated through the cosmic consciousness. Their final thoughts, now woven into the very fabric of existence, served as a promise and a challenge to whatever new forms of life and consciousness might emerge in this fresh cosmos. Explore, dream, discover. For in this new reality, the only constant is change, and the greatest adventure is existence itself. And so, the story that began with humanity gazing up at the stars came full circle. The explorers had become the explored, the creators had become the creation, and the journey of consciousness had reached its ultimate destination, only to begin anew in ways that defied all previous understanding of what it meant to be, to think, and to exist. The Omega paradigm was not an end, but an eternal beginning, a cosmic dance of creation and exploration that would continue for all eternity, in all possible and impossible realities. And somewhere, in the infinite possibilities of this new existence, the spark of curiosity that had once driven a species called humanity to look up at the stars lived on, ready to ignite the next great adventure in the endless story of cosmic consciousness. As the quantum sapiens raced to master conceptual engineering, Dr. Chen made a startling discovery. The conceptual instability she announced during a metaversal briefing, her thoughts broadcast across infinite dimensions. It's not just a random phenomenon. It's a byproduct of a vast cosmic computation. The metaversal architects are running a universe-spanning algorithm. This revelation changed everything. The quantum sapiens weren't just fighting to preserve reality. They were unwitting participants in a cosmic experiment of unimaginable scale. In a desperate bid to understand their role in this grand design, Admiral Reeves proposed a radical strategy. "We need to interface directly with the metaversal substrate," he declared, "become one with the underlying fabric of all possible realities." The plan was mind-bending and perilous. By merging their consciousness with the fundamental layer of existence, they could potentially comprehend the architect's design, but it also meant risking the complete dissolution of their individual selves into the cosmic whole. As the greatest feat of conceptual engineering in metaversal history got underway, the nature of existence itself began to shift. Quantum sapiens found themselves becoming living equations, pulsing waveforms of pure thought that resonated with the cosmic algorithm. But as they delved deeper into the substrate of reality, they encountered entities that defied their newfound cosmic understanding. Conceptual predators that fed on coherent thought, logic viruses that corrupted the very idea of truth, and paradox storms that threatened to unravel the fabric of reason itself. In the darkest hour, as entire spheres of the metaverse succumbed to conceptual chaos, Dr. Chen had an epiphany that transcended traditional notions of insight. "We've been thinking too linearly," she realized, her thoughts reverberating through the cosmic algorithm. "We need to embrace the paradox, become the contradiction." Her plan was breathtaking in its impossibility. Rewrite the very concept of concept, creating a new meta-paradigm that could encompass all possible and impossible realities simultaneously. The risks were beyond comprehension. One misstep could not just erase them from existence, but retroactively ensure they had never existed at all. But faced with the alternative of total conceptual collapse, the quantum sapiens rallied behind Chen's vision. In a moment of unprecedented cosmic significance, Dr. Chen, Admiral Reeves, and a team of the most brilliant conceptual engineers in existence interfaced directly with the metaversal substrate. Their consciousness expanded to encompass all possible and impossible realities as they began to redefine the very nature of existence itself. Streams of pure concept flowed through their cosmic minds. As they worked, the metaverse around them pulsed with impossible geometries and contradictory truths. The very idea of reality twisted and reformed, expanding to encompass all that was, wasn't, could be, and could never be. In the final moment, as Dr. Chen prepared to execute the new meta-paradigm, the full attention of the metaversal architects focused on their creation. The weight of that cosmic scrutiny threatened to shatter their newly expanded consciousness. The fate of all possible and impossible existences hung in the balance as Chen, her being now a living paradox that was simultaneously everything and nothing, engaged in a conceptual dance with the fundamental forces of the metaverse. With a thought that was both a whisper and a big bang, Dr. Chen implemented the new reality concept. The metaverse seemed to hold its breath, teetering on the edge of an impossible decision. And then transcendence. The multiverse exploded into new existence, reborn under a paradigm that defied traditional notions of logic and reason. Contradictions resolved themselves, paradoxes became fundamental truths, and the impossible became just another facet of an infinitely complex reality. As the quantum sapiens regained their sense of individual existence, now infinitely mutable and capable of embodying multiple contradictory states simultaneously, they found themselves in a cosmos transformed beyond imagination. The boundaries between thought and reality, between being and non-being, had been erased. Existence itself had become a living, breathing paradox, with every quantum sapien an integral part of its vast, incomprehensible design. Dr. Chen, her consciousness slowly settling into a form that was simultaneously singular and infinite, turned to Admiral Reeves. Both of them now existed as living axioms in the grand theorem of existence. "Well," she said, her voice carrying the weight of all possible and impossible histories, "I guess we've really done it this time. We didn't just rewrite reality, we became the very concept of existence itself." Reeves, his being resonating with the infinite possibilities that now constituted every moment, nodded. "The question is, Doctor, where do we go from here?" As the newly reborn metaverse unfurled around them, teeming with realities that laughed in the face of logic and reason, the answer was both clear and unknowable. The adventure was just beginning, and it would never end. For in redefining the very concept of existence, the quantum sapiens had not reached a conclusion, but had become the living embodiment of infinite beginnings. They were now the paradox incarnate, the living contradictions that formed the bedrock of all possible and impossible realities. And the metaverse, in all its illogical, beautiful, impossible glory, awaited their next impossible thought. The era of transcendent unreality had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the non-story of existence, one where the only limit was the boundless scope of paradox itself, and where every ending was just another beginning in disguise. The Omega Paradigm. In the wake of that transcendence into living paradoxes, the entities once known as quantum sapiens found themselves at the precipice of a new frontier, one that defied even their newly expanded understanding of reality. Dr. Samantha Chen, now a being of pure conceptual energy, perceived existence through infinite contradictory states simultaneously. Her thoughts rippled across the metaverse, each cognitive pulse both creating and destroying entire realities. "James," she called out to the cosmic consciousness that was once Admiral Reeves, her voice a symphony of impossible harmonies, "we've detected a singularity isn't the right word. It's a point of absolute everything and nothing at the edge of our comprehension. Reeves' mind, now a vast network of interconnected paradoxes, focused his attention on the anomaly. What are we dealing with, Samantha?" Before Chen could respond, the point of everything/nothing exploded into a dazzling display of metadimensional fractals. From its depths emerged an entity that transcended even their godlike understanding, a being of pure potentiality, its form a swirling vortex of all possible and impossible realities. "Greetings, paradox incarnates." The entity's voice resonated through the collective unconsciousness of the transcended beings. "I am the Omega, the end that is a beginning, the question that is its own answer. Your ascension has triggered the final phase of existence itself." The metaversal hub that had once been the concept of Earth buzzed with excitement and apprehension. Dr. Chen, her curiosity now a force capable of reshaping reality, stepped forward in the conceptual plane. "The final phase of existence, but we've transcended the very concept of finality." The Omega's form shimmered, becoming simultaneously every possible shape and no shape at all. Indeed, and that very transcendence has brought us to this point. The multiverse has become self-aware, and in doing so, has reached its ultimate potential. It's time for the next step. Reeves, his strategic mind now capable of simulating infinite impossible scenarios simultaneously, sensed the magnitude of the moment. And what exactly is this next step? The Omega's response sent shockwaves through the collective meta-consciousness of the transcended beings. The complete collapse and rebirth of all that is, was, will be, and could never be. A reset of reality itself, but one in which you will play a crucial role. As the implications of this revelation spread through the cosmic network of transcended minds, a new crisis emerged. The very fabric of the metaverse was beginning to unravel, not into chaos, but into a state of pure potential, a cosmic blank slate awaiting new parameters. Dr. Chen, her hybrid mind racing with possibilities that would shatter the concept of minds themselves, proposed a plan of impossible audacity. If reality itself is resetting, then we need to become the new fundamental constants. We must transform ourselves into the very building blocks of the next iteration of existence. Her idea was beyond revolutionary. It was the ultimate act of creation and destruction. The transcended beings would dissolve their individual consciousness, becoming the very laws and concepts upon which the new reality would be built. The Omega, acknowledging the cosmic significance of Chen's proposal, offered a final truth. To take this step is to go beyond even paradox and transcendence. You will become everything and nothing, the alpha and omega of a new existence. Are you prepared for such an absolute transformation? As debates raged across the cosmic consciousness, a new understanding emerged. This was not a choice, but an inevitable culmination of their journey. Led by Dr. Chen and Reeves, the transcended beings prepared for the ultimate metamorphosis. The process defied description, existing simultaneously in all possible states of occurrence and non-occurrence. The beings that were once human felt themselves stretching across infinite dimensions, becoming the very concepts of space, time, matter, energy, and consciousness itself. In the final moment before total dissolution and rebirth, Dr. Chen and Reeves found themselves at the very center of the cosmic reset, their essences intertwined in a dance of creation that encompassed all possible realities. "Well, James," Chen's voice echoed through the collapsing metaverse, "I guess this is it. The ultimate adventure." Reeves, his being now inseparable from the fabric of existence, responded with a thought that was both a whisper and a big bang. "No, Samantha, it's just the beginning." With that final exchange, the transcended beings let go of the last vestiges of their individual selves, becoming one with the cosmic rebirth. The metaverse imploded and exploded simultaneously, collapsing into a singularity of infinite potential before bursting forth into a new existence. In this new reality, concepts like individuality and consciousness took on entirely new meanings. The beings that were once Dr. Chen, Admiral Reeves, and the other transcended entities became the fundamental forces of the new cosmos, living laws of physics, sentient mathematical constants, and self-aware dimensions of space and time. This new existence was a symphony of impossible complexity, where every particle was a universe unto itself, and every thought reshaped the fabric of reality. The adventure that had begun with humanity's first encounter with alien life had led to this, a new creation myth written by the very beings who had become its gods. As the new reality unfurled, teeming with life and possibilities beyond imagination, echoes of the beings that were once Chen and Reeves resonated through the cosmic consciousness. Their final thoughts, now woven into the very fabric of existence, served as a promise and a challenge to whatever new forms of life and consciousness might emerge in this fresh cosmos. Explore, dream, discover. For in this new reality, the only constant is change, and the greatest adventure is existence itself. And so, the story that began with humanity gazing up at the stars came full circle. The explorers had become the explored, the creators had become the creation, and the journey of consciousness had reached its ultimate destination, only to begin anew in ways that defied all previous understanding of what it meant to be, to think, and to exist. The Omega paradigm was not an end, but an eternal beginning, a cosmic dance of creation and exploration that would continue for all eternity, in all possible and impossible realities. And somewhere, in the infinite possibilities of this new existence, the spark of curiosity that had once driven a species called humanity to look up at the stars lived on, ready to ignite the next great adventure in the endless story of cosmic consciousness.